Hello and welcome. Right, I've set the course going. We've just got to set this, and yeah, there are weeds on this. Let's get going. Did we? I think we did. I'm sure that, but yeah, we did do the fertiliser in the end, didn't we? I'm sure we did last session. Just make sure. It's precision farming. I know there's a bit of work we've got to do still. pH is perfect. And now I suspect, yeah, 24 is good, so's the sugar cane, so's the grass. I suspect, thinking about what happened yesterday, that the field across the way is likewise, time up to ×1. Yeah, we're going to feed the animals very, very quickly, but I just want to check something because I have a feeling that we switched the fertiliser off on the other one as well. So yeah, I can't go over there in this because I'm going to do some damage. Right, let's go grab the Tatra, start the engine. Let's go grab that and let's get the animals done. That is the most important thing that we've got to do. We don't want to be any... Yeah, you can see all the crops are growing nicely now. Very, very nicely. So we've got to be careful now. Yeah, oh, there is weeds on that as well. I can see it. I'm just gonna have a quick look because I think the fertilizer is bad on this as well, and I would be wrong. No, the nitrogen is perfect for that. Oh, of course, no, it is true. Soybeans they almost all provide that almost all of their own nitrogen. So yeah, that does make sense actually thinking about it. But that would be right. Oh, I thought I'd miss that. Right, let's get this done. We want the straw. Now I suspect I thought about this when I looked back in editing at the episode. That's a nice car. That is. Is it a Dodge? It's a Dodge, isn't it? Not what I said yesterday. Yeah, it used to be a Need for Speed thing, and it does definitely look like a Dodge. Right. Anyway, yes, I used to love my Need for Speed. Right, that's going nicely. We've not had our partner H2 Studios for a long time. I'm quite pleased with this. And I did have this in FS19 as well. This was my thing of choice for this as well. I suspect that this by Food Farmer is broken. It's only just released, and of course it is my favourite. But I suspect that the manure's broken. I don't think it's anything other than. Yeah, I don't think it's anything that I've done. I think it'll be that I did seem to think that the slurry seems to be working overtime, so I suspect that it's all going into slurry rather than yeah. Now let's concentrate for a minute. Yeah, so we want to yeah, we are going to buy straw as well in case I'm wrong, but and I think it could cope with, yeah, 30 tons it will cope with, and we need to go the other end. We need to do the water, which we'll also do in a minute. So we can, the TPS, which really would be in the way of our, oh no, the animals could go around the back. Animals aren't silly where food's concerned. No, they can go on the inside thinking about it, so. Why is that not popping? Because you have to be that far over. Right. To get the TMR, and we're going to fill it. Yeah, now being as we have got this money, we're then going to go and grab the slurry because this is our continuing business. Now we have got some manure already. Being as we should be producing manure, I am going to allow, because of the error, and only because of the error, that we can buy the manure temporarily just to keep that going across the road, because we would be providing our own. Now you've gone the wrong way. Yeah, it is true, we could. So we're going to do that. TMR. How much is this going to cost us for this little lot? Is it a dear map or a cheap map? Or an in-between map? It's a reasonable map. Yeah, it's not bad at all. When you consider how much would it cost us for 30 tons. Now then, that is the point. Let's let that go. Let's put the TPS done off roll badly. Yeah, I looked back in editing, I only literally disconnected it and it rolled all the way from the top of the field right the way down. So yeah, obviously the little brake wasn't on. Wink, wink. Right, we'll leave this at the side, as I say, because animals are very resilient. I do like my hedge, and I like the fact now that we've got the Oh, why is that dragging weirdly? Ah, because this and that don't meet very well, if you remember. Yeah, I like it that the grass is growing outside as well. This is really taking shape. I was just saying that on Avon Valley, actually. How it's flowing well. It's some things lend themselves to a story. I always forget the name of that. It's not Green Hills. That's great. I keep getting Green Hills Estate. Not Green Acres. Oh, yeah. My favourite English map is one of the first ones I did. I felt that. I felt like I said about feeling the music playing, and that's what I really mean. It is some Let's Plays, you feel like it's a real farm, and I feel that here. I do, very much so, right. I think it's 150 odd tons, so we're going to do at least 4 of these. At least. Yeah, I want to get this done as much as possible. Then we're going to go grab the slurry, stick that across there. We're going to do the slurry stroke manure one, so we don't lose anything. I do like that. It actually gives you incentive to I believe we're not quite under the nozzle. Yeah, I apologise for that. I'm going to have to pay better attention. I know it's tight, but there is plenty of room really for us to do that. I put that over as much as possible. There's definitely enough room. Water as well we need to do, because if I remember rightly, in fact, yeah, whilst I'm doing this, I really ought to be doing one of water. I am going to get a farm wall in time. I think we could probably afford one now. But yeah, I can't afford the time. I want the spray. We've also got to spray the field across the way, the soybeans, and also the sugar cane. So all of them need... Right, let's drop this for a minute. In fact, no, let's start filling it. It makes more sense. This can fill whilst we go and do the water. Yeah, the looking after our animals is the topmost thing. I would like the chickens, and now we can afford it. The enclosure that I will be having is the same as the one on Avon Valley, which is a beaut. I think it's 39,000, I think. Right, let's let that go, because it can fill without us being on it. Oh, that cow's having a bit of a wobble, literally. Quite literally. Yeah, I mean, because the one thing you need with any kind of manure thing is the fact that it says it's connected to. Now, I know that myself because I did it on Rhombos once. I put one of the manure, in fact, this very one, I think, and it didn't. Right, let's fill. And if you say start overloading now, it will fill and then it will empty. I love that feature. It's amazing. Yeah, you see, it now goes down. I haven't pressed anything again. It's just because you give it that command already. I love the way it does that, because you're almost filling it twice. We should pretty much actually fill that completely. I agree with you totally. Now you are now fed and watered. I am not mucking around. The other thing is, obviously the grass will go a long way to feed them. If this map is, now according to what the comment that we made, it may well be. No, we don't seem to be having any milk either. So again, I think because the health is now 100%, these are adults, as we know, we should be getting milk. So I think the milk and the manure are broken at the minute, and I'm quite sure Food Farmer, knowing what he is like, will definitely fix that now. So if we say overloading as well, it will go to the top. We can then let go, and it should do that itself. Although I'm not sure if it does that. I'm not sure if it can actually do that if you're not connected. I know it can fill. It can all fill. I'm not sure if the... although I'm sure I can hear running water, so that makes sense that it is. Right, so this is going to make 90. Yeah, now we know that it's about 60 odd tons at the minute. I would imagine, as I say, when these are when they have births and they're adults, I think we're talking that food will literally just keep them, yeah, happy and without them going into minus overnight. We may have to do like you do with a lot of enclosures, where you feed them at night as well. Right, let's have a quick look. I think I'm right. I think that's only 90 out of 150. Oh, nearly 100, because of course we did put a bit in. So this is going to be 120. Yeah, we're going to do 2 more loads. I want to take this to the brim. Especially now that and this is what I was saying about buying it in. This is milk that hen sort of, because I know a lot of content creators do that. The model we nearly always put on almost every single Let's Play, I always have a bit of biogas plant, because it is such a good business. Whether you're doing only straw and you're using something like the Ometan or the Hessian, and you're converting that to silage, or you're doing normal grass silage. It lends itself to almost any farm. So it is one of those ticky businesses that ticks along in the background very nicely and brings you in a bit of money. And it is a bit of money. It does tick over nicely. It's not going to be the bill, but it's a baseline, a nice tick up that can bring in quite a lot. Obviously, also depends on how much you've got. I suppose we also could buy another 30 tons and leave it in readiness for the morning. That grass sticks out like a sore thumb, but it was better than that bold green. Yes, I'm loving this. So we could put the, again, I think I wanted a box clever. Remind myself, what did we have in the sales? Oh, it's that there. I am so tempted. If we're not having chickens for now, we know that if we've got that amount of slurry, we can really afford that. It would set us up for the future. I don't think we would need another tractor. I think that one would be nice. I think it would round off our equipment, and then we don't need any more tractors. We've got 3 large. Each one can be like, right, brilliant. Let's top this up. Go to, no, let's not. No, let's not actually think about it. If we want that tractor, let's buy it, and we will pay just 8,000, and we will do any tweaks to it going forward. So let's grab that slurry and let's stick that in, ready for tomorrow, ready to pay for that, really to give us the money back, because we should pretty much earn what we did yesterday again. And also this contract, I mean, yeah, we need this. We know we've got it. I wouldn't have done that unless I knew we'd already got the slurry there. We have at 90 odd tons. So we're going to go grab the tanker and we're going to go and get that sorted. We should, yeah, 33, I'd forgotten we'd upgraded that, and it's not only is it a 33 metre spray, yeah, you can see the weeds on the left, and you can see the weeds on that if you look. Oh, I don't know that you can. Has that got weeds? I don't think that has. Yes, it has. It's got little ones I can see, or medium in fact. Yeah, apologies car, my bad. Yes, so I can't run across that field anymore, as I have been doing. That's always bad habits, and I know we've got the grass to do, but I thought animals have got to come first, as I so often say on Let's Plays, even though I occasionally break my own rules by forgetting. But yeah, we will grab the... I was thinking about this as well, with that bale spike, it might be just as quick for me to grab 3 or 4 of those and stick them straight in than it would be to put them on a bale trailer, then shift the bale trailer in. Because it's not really that far right now. Then what am I doing? Tanker. That's what we're after. We'll grab that. We can almost get 1.5 of these, so let's just make sure that is on what it needs to be while this is filling. And then when we've grabbed that from that and brought it across, we are going to let's just check. Sure, we did do the manure one, but I want to make sure. Yeah, we did manure and slurry. We switched the other one off, so it's the manure plus slurry. We've got quite a lot of manure in there, if I remember rightly, haven't we? No, it does use. Oh, it does use 1,000 for 1,000, so it does use a lot. We've got a lot of slurry, so we need to buy an awful lot of manure. Actually, I will allow it, as I said, although I'm not sure we could really afford that amount. Do we stick it on 50-50? Do we match slurry for... Yeah, we'll allow that. It is one of those things. We would be having quite a lot of, well, really an equal amount, but I think we'd be getting less slurry. I think it's compensating for the fact that we're not getting manure by giving us a lot more slurry. I would think for 75 cows, to me, that's a lot of slurry, and I have had a lot of farms with cows on, so 79, sorry, not 75, but even so, yeah, I've had far less and far more producing less than that. I think on Silver Run we had, was it 230, and we were nowhere near producing that. So to me it suggests that the ratios are wrong. It's not doing manure but it is doing slurry, almost like it's ramping that up and giving us nothing else. So, right, let's get this done. Yeah, it seems to the brilliant. That's that done. We will get this filling, and we will get that onto the next field. We will shut the gate after us, as you would do, unless you wanted all your cows to escape, of course. Yeah, so I don't think we're going to see any manure until Food Farmers fix this. Oh, often forget about the knuckle that sticks out a little bit of the tank at the top. Right, let's go grab that. Let's jump onto the TPS and jump over the fence. Oh. Right, whereabouts did you stop? Now you have got narrows on, so it really doesn't matter. Now this should really have wasted very little because it should spot. So we had 2.7 or 2.5. Be interesting to see. Yeah, what? Yeah, it's very little when you consider the size of the field. Do we do this? No, I haven't got time to do this. We need to be doing the. Yeah, we need to be taking that across. And we need to be doing the bales and sticking those in. So we'll make a little tiny course for the sugarcane field. Did I call it the sugarcane field? I think I did. Sure I did. He says so confidently. I did indeed call it the sugarcane field. Right, okay, let's create the job. Oh, that 3 headlands that had. Amazing. I couldn't believe it. I was expecting it to say no, you know, and like show you that, and it did 3 headlands, 33 meters. That's phenomenal. Yeah, that's about right. So we want sugarcane field, save course, activate 33 meters, and first yes. Brilliant. Okay, let's grab that tanker. We could jump that, couldn't we, really? You could as a human, it's not that unbelievable. Right, so it should be a full 67 tons. How much have we got left? We have 14. Do we leave that till tomorrow? Maybe in time we'll get like a day and a half out of it rather than... I mean, I know we sort of need the money, but in another way we don't. Yeah, we're not... Our operating costs are not being exceeded by our income, shall we say, by the time our everyday business is now ramping up. And obviously the animals are now already, yeah, obviously I don't think it's quite right. We also need to grab some manure, which we can likewise get from there. Well, actually, didn't I already buy the manure point up the road? Let's stick to that. I think I did. It rings a bell. Oh, cultivator, yeah, I've just rolled over the cultivator. I need to go in the workshop now and be repaired with this beast going over it. Either that or we buy a new one. Now that's something that Frithgar brought in, actually, which I quite like. I wouldn't really have destroyed it, but it would have done some damage, where you actually sort of pay an amount, and even more so when you consider what we are like now, that would be quite terrible. No, we can't go that way. Not with too long. We're going to rip the Challenger a good one if we go that way. Right, so we need to immediately go and grab... Oh, that's a point. We've got... Yeah, I left the... We really do need another trailer. We really do. But we will make do with a bit for a little bit longer, really, with what we've got. We're going to have to. So I'm going to need to go across the road and grab that. It does stop, doesn't it? No. Now I'm sure it used to stop when you did that. And it only feel odd, you know, so I don't always trust my instincts. No, it's still feeling brilliant. That's excellent. Right, let's go and grab some manure. We definitely do. I am right, though. It is and a big one. I would think in time, because we're going to be shifting big things. So we really could do with, Yeah, I'm going to have to do that across here, get that done. I'll be happy if we do all the spraying and we get the animals sorted out, and yeah, I'll be very happy if we achieve that goal. Really would like to get that cultivator out of the way, because it really is, yeah, and it would be, wouldn't it? That's why you want it in the shed. Right, let's grab this. Do we grab a full 30 tons and literally run that? Or do we force dump it? And then book it off the ground? It's not a lot. I mean, in real life, the cows would actually eat it off the floor if you did that. We could do that. It's not the end of the world, and I think we'll grab the... Yeah, we'll grab that, bucket it off at some point. Yes, I say it's a shame really, because in real life the cows would really eat it, wouldn't they? Manure. This is closer. Not sure if the other one is cheaper because it is for manure. I'm not sure at all. Ah. 1336. But yeah, actually not bad to compare them, to grab another 30 tons, because we are going to need that. We've got to match it for a ton. So that's 67 tons of slurry will mean that, in fact, it was reading that before we took some in. We need more. Apologies for, yeah, I hate this. You really can't help the fact that the animals are there, can you? Yeah, that is true. Yeah, and this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, that is true. If it hasn't processed all of that and we're running this across, we're going to need at least 3 of these. I wouldn't mind though running across the road to the other one. I'm sure we stuck that manure point down, didn't we, as well? I think. Apologies, car. I really was. I thought I might actually be able to turn in time. Right, how are we doing? Is that finished? It has indeed. Right, let's set this. We'll do this. We'll grab that. We'll get him started when we come back for the second load. And yeah, then at least the spraying's done. I'm going to say the bales aren't really going anywhere. Not really. So it really, I think we can get behind the Challenger, if I'm honest. Even though I have left it in a silly place. I'm a terror for not thinking things through. Just dropping things where they are. Right, so we're going to need to pull the tanker out a little. I would like to see how much is in there, yeah, because I think that was in there before we stuck the 67 odd tons, which means there's 100 odd tons. Ooh, well, I think that answers the question. I think that means, because if I remember rightly, it has a 100-ton storage limit, which means there's 100 tons in there because there's a bit left. Which means likewise, manure, there was none in, we need at least 3 of these to match that if we're going to do that particular thing. Which also means we will be producing 100 tons of fertiliser, which is quite amazing. That should also be now running if we look inside the production, being as we've put that ingredients in. Yeah, it should be blue now. It is smashing. Yeah, so it's a ton for a ton, so that means and no loss. I like that. The cycles are exactly the same, but obviously we're limited. There's 100 tons. Yeah, so we do. I am right. I was exactly spot on. So we need another 2 loads of this. So what we're going to do is exactly what I said. We'll run across the road, start the sprayer on this last field, and then we are going to grab some manure. Yeah, 2 or 3 of these. hopefully taking out any traffic this time. Let's go on the headland, we're not going to hurt. Yay! So we have prepared our fields. I'm well chuffed with what we've done. The year is wending on its way. Yeah, we're going to have a corn harvest. I do know that I've got to save up for that header. Wow, that only used a few litres. Amazing. Yeah, that's going to be costly as well. Again, because it is that harvester, I'm going to go for the 10-ish metre. I can't remember what size it is, but yeah, whatever that closest is to that in corn. Right, so let's set this going. Field 2, I believe. I think it is indeed. The new field 2, that is. If I could make my mind up what I want. Field position 2. And is it going to catch that fence again? 1 headland, definitely. Yeah, can we get away with 2? Because that would stop us hitting the fence. Well, I don't know. That point, I don't think it'll get away with that. No, it's settling on 1. So then, field 2. Save, activate, 33 metres. And we will go first point, and we will leave them to their devices, and we're going to go get some more manure. Hopefully without being run over. Yeah, I am really unsure as to what to do about the trees, whether to hire a tree harvester and actually chop them down and then replant them with, I'm not sure which one. We ought to plant a spruce, because I think it takes just about a month and a half for them to grow to begin with. So right, we were going to try the other one, weren't we? I'm sure I put the wheelbarrow, didn't I? I'm sure I did. It'd be nice to compare as well, to see, or am I imagining that I did that? I could have sworn I did. No, I did, I can see it. Indicate. See, is this cheaper, or is it dearer, or what? I mean, it sells just manure, but that's not the point. How much is it? It's definitely slower. That's the one thing I've always liked about the H2 Studios, how fast it is. It's amazing when you've just had a load delivered instantly in a blink of an eye, and then it takes a while to deliver this one. I think that's dearer. It is by about, yeah. I'm sure if I remember rightly, there's a 10 or 15% discount applied to the normal price from the map. So that would mean that, yeah, the manure is cheaper from the H2 Studios, and as well as obviously, yeah, delivered at a very quick rate. So we want one more of those, which we will get from the H2 Studios. Yeah, the only inconvenience is obviously you've got to go inside the field to get to the things, but oh wow, it did get past the bit that I thought it was going to get stuck on that corner like a lot of the other things have. Yeah, I am loving where we are, I really am. I'm absolutely bowled over by the progress on this. Yeah, it's flowing really well. And yeah, I mean, we've just put another tractor. That is amazing. Yeah, we need to ramp it up a little bit. Did we? No, we didn't. We didn't actually increase the Challenger. We were going to, and then we bought the fence for the cow place instead. So the Challenger will wait. I think it's July, our canola harvest, I think. I think corn's not far behind. No, I think corn is. I think corn's later. We'll have a look while that's actually twiddling along, and I've got my indicators, I can see it. Corn is July, and yeah, and so is canola. Oh no, corn's in October. I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, corn is October. Right, that blink of an eye. I keep forgetting the Omatana so quick. So we'll grab another one, and that's 90 tons then. I suppose it'll be gone by the morning. We could do 120 and just leave 20 tons in ready for tomorrow's go. It'll just give us a bit of a buffer for tomorrow. I was just going to tell myself off for not washing this, but we've actually done it the right way round. We fed them before we put mucky stuff in, so yeah, it don't really matter grabbing the manure, but it would matter if we now grab TMR into this without washing it. It would. I always try to do that as well, to signify the fact that I've thought about it. So we will get that done after these next 2 loads of this. It's amazing how much work. Again, some of that though is down to the fact that we've got a trailer that's small. Do you think that's probably what? I think one of the 70 tonners is probably the best idea. Now, if I remember rightly, if you do manure on one, it actually does the same on another. It does. They're like a symbiotic, aren't they? A symbiosis exists between the fill points. Yeah, that is cheaper by 400 and odd, so it is. It's about, actually, I think it's more like 25%, but it's at least 15. Definitely worth doing. I thought I saw a route without hitting a cow, but not quite. Oh, nearly. Although I think the trailer would clip it, so. Close. We did try at least, yeah. We're showing willing, aren't we, really? Right, so this is 90 tons. Yeah, that's true, actually. I always do say this. I do like to go through to the next day, because it means... Actually, then, thinking about it, that means that income was less than we would actually get it normally, because it ran out of manure and we had it on that particular setting. So I don't know how much we're going to earn of this, thinking about it. Yeah, because a lot of that was not done in time. Mind you, I would like to get the grass. I think we'll do that. I think I've got time. It's not going to have been a monster session even with me chitter chattering. But yeah, I think we'll leave it at 90. We'll do this one and then we'll get cracking, I think, with getting these bales. I'd like to try my old friend. Are we going to keep it on short spikes for now? Yeah, we will do. But I do think I'm right. I was thinking about it earlier. I think it's just going to be as quick to do the put them in the Omatana as they are. In fact, we can leave that, can't we? It's a blink of an eye job. Let's go and grab that, the Schaefer, which I'm very pleased with. And can we stack 4 on this? I seem to recall we can. An old friend. Let's see if have I lost my touch. It's been a while. I was going to struggle. I apologise. Yeah, I think I'm going to go into a very brief time. That's, yeah, just so as I can concentrate fully on this. Yeah, I was going to stack 4 and I thought, you're right, you're passing by the Omatana. You know, you really would be better to just literally drop these ones off this time. Yeah, I mean, as we go further down the field, it makes more sense that we actually do 3 or 4 at once. But for those 2, I think we can just grab them and drop them straight in. Right, anyway, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals. Oh, do we really? There's only a few. Yeah, if you can just forgive me for brief pauses, I think we'll do that. It is true, actually. Oh, that's a bit brilliant. That's our spraying finished. Just this job left to do, and yeah, we'll have 90 tons, which is actually far more than than we had yesterday to earn that 100 and odd thousand. But this also should go across to the biogas plant when it's changed into silage. No, let's not go for that one because we're at the wrong place. I'm sure we can do four with this. I'm sure we can. Yeah, on the old stream farm, I always used to go for, because I'd actually got, was it the Zeta I'd got? It was quite a small track. No, it was the Fendt GT. It really was. Alright, strap it. I do love the strap support on this. Yeah, I thought a long time ago that I had an inkling that we could probably use this, a bit like you can use the AGM pack. But you can't. It only works with bales, the straps. So yeah, there's no. Right, that's strapped. It's a beautiful tool, this is, really is. I have had the Bale King, the Albert, and others as well, a name, but this is my favourite, the Humble Lizard. It is fantastic. I do like the long forks as well, but I think that was more of a confidence trick when I was first learning it, because it's no different really. As I sort of pointed out, the spikes aren't really there, are they? They're just an invisible thing really. So oh no, that's a little bit too early. Now then, be careful, you can lose these. We have done on the old stream farm a few times when I've done this a little bit too fast. I love the fact that when you put your straps on, which is a good indicator and a helpful tool, it obviously reads all three bales, and then when you let go, it only reads the one bale at the bottom. I like that. It's a real fantastic indicator. I find very, very useful. Oh, it's a little bit precarious. Wow, 4,748. We're only just going to cover the operating cost. Mind you, we're going to get tick up even before then, so I don't suppose it really matters, does it? Yeah, I've quite fallen in love with this. For saying I hated the other chafers, hate's a strong word. It is. Yeah, they didn't work. I hate things that don't function as they are supposed to be. But I suppose it's a little bit like the. I mean, I do. Yeah, I don't know. Skid steers. Yeah, they're only really good for pallets and very, very light work. And I usually want things to put through the paces and for them to work and do lots and lots of functions. So. Yeah, maybe it's my expectations of that particular tool that are wrong, but yeah, I think I'd sooner have a front loader with a bigger capacity than I would a skid steer. I'm probably going to try to abuse because I'll probably try and use it in a way that it's not intended, which that's not really the skid steer's fault, it's mine. But again, it's just the way that you work really. Or the way I work. Yeah, we've all got our own ways really, haven't we? Yeah, sorry, apologies for the silent bits. They just want to need to really concentrate. Yeah, this is one of those things that would gnaw my tongue. So I'm trying to, yeah, I'm trying to ramp it up really. But it still does require a lot of concentration, I find, to get this right, because you only have to twist your bale foot the wrong way or spin around too fast and you lose all your bales, as I have done many times, or forget to strap them or whatever. Alright, I don't think we've got many more to do. Yeah, I'm also looking forward to, yeah, weight was a little bit severe. Yeah, I'm looking forward to cutting. I also thought, windrower, can we make this better? I'm not sure. I don't know whether. I did want to chop the end of the biogas, the bit of concrete off, but I still think, well, there's more than I think. I think we've got another load. Yeah, 4 left. I think. Can't see any more. Apologies, that was a bit of a long pause, that wasn't it? Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I think we'll strap it to be certain. Last bale of the field. Yes, I'm looking forward to when we cut the grass on that one as well. I think what I'm going to do, though, I was thinking about this, I think I'm going to put the chickens over the road and they're going to go at the end of the little bit where it sticks out. Yeah, the little bit that's all really quite difficult to windrow and all the rest of it. So I think we'll just do the big section. I'll point it out when we actually go over there, so you know what I'm on about. Oh, be careful. And there we were done. Smashing. We can now sleep through. Let's grab the little I was going to say white ball. Do you know? Oh yeah, and I thought I was winning with talking about the I keep calling the torpedo the rocket, and I still called it the rocket. Yeah, second I don't think about it, I call it the rocket again. Terrible. Right, so we've got 90 tons, so that should be nice. We can grab this off here. We've done all of the spraying, so there's no weeds. Stones, unfortunately, we're stuck with that particular thing. We bought a new tractor. We fed our animals, and they shouldn't literally be in the... That's the point as well. We'll have a quick look to see, while that's starting, on, I think, a reproduction, because it is changing now. Yeah, 20%. So that is brilliant. I'm going to put this straight away as well. Yeah, that's doing really well. Well, we could top this up, really. It does make sense. If we could do weeding contracts. Now, that's the point. A lot of the weeding contracts used to say, and you can use other things, whereas the weeding contracts on this just said, weeder. I'm sure you still can use something else, but I was like, it did take me back a little bit, because we could actually do weeding contracts. Or are they classed as spray? Oh, no, I think you could still do it because you're removing the weeds, but I suppose really that kind of weeding job, really, I mean, we've got, yeah, the ultimate weapon, because this isn't really costing us a fortune. We've got secret, very, very reasonable herbicide. Wow. Yeah, and quite a lot of it. So really, with us, we could really use this and it wouldn't bother us. Whereas most people, it would cost them an arm and a leg. Let's stick this away again. Yeah, that windrower, with us not probably using it a lot. Oh, I am toying with the idea of going back to that though on this field. I think the other field will cope with it, but we shall see. we can get in that far corner. Yeah, this is 170 horsepower now. This is the same as a torpedo. Fantastic. Yeah, I'd love to see if the Pepe will go on the front. That would be the icing on the cake. It really would. Do we yeah, let's grab the windrow literally while we're talking about it. We'll stick that in there for now. Yeah, what I had a dream of is sticking one of the green porches on the side of that and sticking just the grass equipment. Well, probably not the crone though. Well, yeah, that's a bit of a monster. But yeah, the grass equipment underneath it was my plan. Now then, that's... Why do I always struggle with reversing windrowers? They seem much more wild than any other piece of equipment. Yeah, I seem to want to turn much more quickly. So I usually lose it far more quickly with a windrow than any other piece of equipment. Spot on. Not bad. Let's leave this in here as well. Right, so then we can indeed, let's just quickly check that we've done all jobs. I don't want anything to be left. Oh, no, we're still not the end of the world. We can still fertilise and lime this on tomorrow's session, really. I'm just going to get us through because it has been, again, a reasonable length session. So let's just go through till tomorrow morning. Let's just check. Yeah, we've got that. And let's quickly check on all of the fields to make sure we've got no weeds. We should only be seeing stone. Yeah, all should be growing. Yeah, everything's growing. If we go back to the grass and switch that off, we can see the grass is all growing nicely. Oh, no, I still needed that. I just needed it to be on. We've already checked the pH and everything, but if we check... The weeds all gone off all fields. Yeah, the stones we can see, and oh, that's right. The brown means there are no weeds. It's showing where the weeds were, isn't it? Right. So let's go precision farming. 2 is right. 7 is spot on for nitrogen. So is the grass. So are those 2 fields. And pH perfect everywhere. We have done every stitch of work that we have got to do. That is a point. Have we got a trigger here? I mean, so far I haven't actually used it. I don't know if there is. Do we? Is it round the back, or is it just literally our house? Because yeah, I think it's just our house. Right. Well, luckily we sleep wherever it need takes us. So let's sleep through. We've checked all of our productions. And we will leave it at this point. Another session successfully done. And we'll check the animals quickly on thing, but I'm going to do all the work next session. But we just want to check to make sure on paper everything's okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's what you get when you... I did think so, because obviously it only processed a little bit of the fertiliser the day before. Wow, that is phenomenal. I can't get over what we are doing. I haven't had that since the very beginning. Yeah, I haven't. We'd have to buy the trailer, but that also can be used as a trailer. That is really... I mean, that should be... about 55,000. It's beautiful. I had this on when it was released, actually. 240 horsepower. We can do that. Yeah, we are indeed. And I am on euros. And of course, I realised at the very end of the session. Right, let's switch that off. It's typical because I'm probably going to go on Agres Balcones next anyway. But you know, let's just animals before we dart. Yes, plenty of food this time. Oh wow, the water though. Health is down at 56% because they've run out of water. Right, well let's quickly go and sort that. We can't have that. So we're going to have to that is a little worrying. We're going to have to water them as well. Last thing at night, aren't we? Seems a little bit excessive for saying we've only got 79 though. Yeah, again, it could be it's just been released. It could well be that there is a few faults on it, or it could be that is, and it is true that you've got to water them. You never used to on FS19. Yeah, you could. I mean, I've had these full to the brim. Then you had to pay a bit more attention, but not. Yeah, for 79, I would not have expected to run out of water. Yeah, the animal grazing mod should be active on this, but again, I'm not sure. Yeah, no, this is still not ready to cut. Yeah, that's second growth stage. Yeah, because that should have really been filled. Yeah, we're going to have to look after them better. While it's a little bit volatile, you can see there's no manure in that again though, so yeah. And it seems to have devoured all of the straw, which again, likewise, it shouldn't have done. Yeah, I think it's all a bit out of kilter. Luckily, the feed seems to be working it properly. So, well, I think whilst it's a little volatile, I think what we ought to do is obviously keep a better eye on it. Yeah, we're going to fill this while we're here before we scoot. 32,000. Now, no, I should have literally filled that right to the very brim. Yeah, it's using 30 odd tons of straw. It's a lot. That is just for half filled. I believe we're probably filled. Indeed we are. Fantastic. Yeah, I just literally think it is down to that. But that is where we're going to leave it. Yeah, we've still got plenty of food. We've watered them. That shouldn't really have done, I don't think. But I'll put that down to poor husbandry. We won't blame the thing, even though it probably is that at the minute. We're going to grab that cultivator as well and take it across. Don't mean I'm going to not do it, but we're going to hook it up so that next time I actually do grab it and put that away where it should be. Did I check the same? Yeah, of course I did. I just bought the Metsoj. I think actually what we'll do though, we will actually grab that. I've only bought that. I know we've already got a baler. It was a super duper deal, but you can actually also buy the trailer. I think is it under Forage Wagons though, or is it under both? I'm not sure. Here we go. Now we've got that. We don't want that. We want it. I think you can buy it in trailers, and you can buy it separate. Actually, I thought you could do it like that, but yeah, I'm sure you can buy just the trailer section on here, and then obviously we can attach that to it. I don't know if you have to modify it, but that's the Crampy. I'm sure you can. I'm sure I've seen it. Yeah, but then again, it could have been that. That's the Grimmy. There we go. They're 52 meter tippers trailers, and it is that one. Yeah, you can literally stick that on that front attacher and it becomes that. So are we going to do without roof? Yeah, I think I'd prefer that. Side markers, no. Upper position light, yes. Middle position light, yes. Lower position light, yes. Look light, yes. And I think we'll buy that as well, 56,000. So we are going loose now. But it's a nice big one. It really is, and it is a snippet really. I'm surprised I often forget this really. So we now have a means of doing that. Rain. So next month we will be doing our harvest. What is the weather forecast? That is the one thing I am going to say before we scoot. What is the weather going to be like in the morning? Ooh. No, July. July is going to be fine. It's only 8 till 9, but probably till 10, knowing the weathermen in this world. Right, anyway, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you stick with me on this very exciting journey where we are doing far better financially than I thought we would be doing. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye for now.